How's it going, everyone? You're watching the Green Dream Project. Jim here. Now, I've been watching some YouTube videos, and then I came across channel Practical Modern Homestead, and they started a challenge saying, have you met your 2018 goals? And I was thinking, what a great idea for a video. And then, lo and behold, we were tagged in that challenge by PG Nano Farm. So what exactly were our goals for 2018? Well, I'll tell you, it was for me to quit working, to sell our house in the city, move out to our property, and get situated as far as our lifeline and being off-grid, being self-sufficient with energy, water. We wanted our lifeline kind of set up. Also, what we were going to do with our waste, because we didn't want septic right away. And what are we going to do with our gray water? These are all things we had to accomplish this year. Did we meet that? We're going to talk about it. You decide. How's it going, everyone? You're watching the Green Dream Project. Jim here.
And Jessica.
We're hoping you're having a good end of the year. So cool, then 2019, right around the corner. A lot of people have been doing year-end reviews, and we thought we'd do the same. In fact, really a lot of our subscribers came toward the end of the year. Am I right? So a lot of people might only be familiar with what we've done like the last 1/3 of the year. So we thought we'd just do a little recap on what happened all the rest of this time.
So much happened.
So much happened. What have we been doing? What's going on out here? Let's go all the way back to January. I shouldn't do that. That won't make it into the video. Don't worry about it. You didn't see it. January saw me retiring from my job. I left my job so we could make this transition.
That was a huge month, like huge changes for us.
Big changes. We put our house up on the market. The sale of the house is kind of what we were counting on to kind of fund a lot of what we were doing just to kind of get us started. Right in January, we needed to move quick, so I needed to leave my job. We needed to get a place to live. And we needed to get out of the house so we could put it up for sale.
We're busy fixing things, cleaning, and
it was just a hectic time.
Moving things out. We bought the 5th wheel, so we had a place to live.
Then, I quit my job, and then we headed right down to Double Adobe Campgrounds, and we were kind of huddled up there trying to live on the cheap while we were waiting for the house to sell.
That was kind of our first experience in
that was
country living.
Kind of transitioned us from living in a house in the suburbs to living in a country. So it was still kind of on the grid because we had all the hookups, to electricity, to water and stuff like that. But it got us used to living into the much smaller space. And it was much smaller even then because we had Peter with us, we had crew with us, so it was tight living in here for a while. But that was January. February through May, that was probably another big chunk of time, and that was
sort of our transition to off-grid living.
So we were finishing up some of the western side fence, putting up the gate. We were doing a lot of measuring, kind of getting things laid out for base camp, where the trailers are going to be. We were doing soil testing. Wanted to make sure everything was right for building what we wanted to build out here. Our test results on that weren't conclusive, and we did more tests on that later on. Bought a generator while we were out there, and that generator did pretty well. I mean, it was pretty powerful, and we ran it pretty hard while we were out there.
It ended up being pretty important for us for several months.
Because we were running that thing 10, 12 hours a day. Gray water install, that was challenging. That was all hands on deck. I was out there digging, Grace was out there, Peter was out there, Jessica was out there, and We dug those basins, dug in trenches for the pipe, and we got all that ready to go. So when we finally pulled the trailers in, we could just hook it up, shoot that gray water right out through the basins. And that was really nice. It was almost like an RV hookup. You just go there, put the gray water hose on there, and there you go.
And it's worked great.
Yeah. This guy's design right here. Composting toilet. Now, our composting system, our composting toilets that we have, well, they're not technically not composting toilets, but it's all from the Humanure handbook. You know, I read through that thing and I just designed everything based on what was in there. A few changes to the Humanure Hacienda, but otherwise, I built ourselves a little stand, I built Peter a stand, I built Grace a stand, and then Grace took it and she did all kinds of cool painting on it. She definitely made it her own, and that's what we've been using. I actually ripped out the RV toilet in both our RV and Grace's RV and just put those in there because I figured we're not going to need those toilets, and it's much better being able to go inside here than I wouldn't want to build an outhouse, especially right now. It's cold.
It's cold. And in the summer, there's snakes and stuff. I'm gonna poop by snakes.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Last thing you want to do is when you sit down, you hear like,
Right.
uh-oh. The Humanure Hacienda build.
First build.
Yeah, that was our first build. That was one where I was pretty much mainly involved in that. And then that was around this time where I bought all the solar components. Got all the components ready to go, but we still needed some place to mount the components. First I was thinking like just building a small little shack, but you wanted something a little larger, right? Like you were thinking like maybe we should build something a little larger right away, and that way you could use it as a workspace, right? So we were thinking like, instead of a little shack, maybe as long as we're building something, make a decent sized shed. And that's where that came in. That brings us up to the summer months, right?
Yeah.
May through September.
Yeah, so our first summer on the land. So we got to experience the heat, which was better than where we were living in central Arizona. Not as hot, but no central air here. And that was the time that I left my job.
Yes.
That was a big decision. So summer we were doing a lot of work. I was actually glad to be able to get in on that when I left my job, and you got the solar up, which was a huge project.
I built mounts for the panels, got those hooked up. I did the wiring for the panels, brought that into the shed, and then of course it was super cool then of Derek Howitt to come down here and really help us get the rest of that wired up, sped up the process, and got us running. So a game changer out here.
Another thing we had to get used to living out here were the snakes. During the summer, we encountered several rattlesnakes, a little too close for comfort.
We were tired of all those monkey fighting snakes on this melon farm. We're not growing any melons yet. Yet.
We got to see a lot of wildlife, being out in the country, desert wildlife, and we got to plant our first trees.
Yeah, it was big.
In our gray water mulch basins. And we spent our first anniversary off-grid. It was interesting.
Do you remember how we celebrated? Peter made us a dinner. And he set up this table for us, and we ate outside. And unfortunately, it was in the summer, so it was like this fly monsoon that descended upon us. But it was very sweet.
Very sweet. And we also had to figure out how to get internet out here. It was another challenge.
Definitely.
At the end of the summer and the monsoon season, it's when Grace moved out here, and my parents came for a visit.
Good times.
And with the monsoons, that was a different experience too, being out in the country, experiencing the dirt roads and the mud during all those heavy rains.
When it really came down, I was coming down for like over a day. We couldn't leave.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to the October, December area. So we put our first greenhouse up. That's cool. Just a small little temporary greenhouse till we get our big one set up. Snow! We've been getting snow. That's crazy. Temperatures have been really low, and I guess we're getting a decent amount of precipitation, and the snowfall this past couple of days has been crazy. I think there was a big kind of snowstorm, and it was like, I mean, I say snowstorm, but yeah, it was just snowing. But it was like I think it was like all over Cochise County.
Yeah, it was snowing all day. We're like, what's happening? Like, where are we?
Where are we right now?
This is in Arizona.
And about this time, we were really pushing as far as on YouTube. But 6 days a week, and it's been challenging, but it's been fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we've been learning a lot about ourselves. With our channel, we really wanted to showcase not only what we're doing, but also what other people are doing and what else is going on in this area as far as like sustainability and earthen building, because Cochise County really has become sort of like a beacon for people doing this kind of thing. Doing this journey, meeting a lot of other people, doing off-grid living, homesteading. It just seems like everyone we've met doing this kind of lifestyle has just been incredibly friendly, open. All right, so that was pretty much what happened in 2018, and I think we reached most of our goals, except really the water harvesting system. I think we had wanted to get that set up this year. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but that is first on the list for 2019. We're going to go over that into the next video. But all in all, a busy year. I think we got quite a bit done. You be the judge on that. Leave any comments down below on what you think of that. But again, a big thanks to Practical Modern Homestead for starting this challenge. A big thanks to PG Nano Farm for thinking of us in this challenge and tagging us. We're going to put that playlist down below. Go check out all the other channels that are taking part in this. And if you like what they got, give them a sub. Why not? Spread the love. Alright, so we're finishing up this video. It's been taking a little while to put everything together. So much has gone into this, but we gotta tag 3 other channels for this challenge. These are some awesome channels, and I can't wait to see what their response is. Our first tag is going to be Natalie at Hey It's a Good Life. If you haven't seen her channel, check it out. Her videos are simply amazing. Another channel that I want to tag for this is Jen and Chris at Sunshine Farm. I've been watching them lately. Their videos are simply amazing. Definitely check them out. Jen and Chris, you've been tagged. Last channel I want to call out, another channel I've been following for a little while now. I think his videos are amazing. Papa Pepper, we're going to tag him. All these channels are great. Check those out. We're going to leave links to those channels in the description as well. Alright. So this has been a recap of 2018. Obviously a lot has gone on, but stay tuned because tomorrow we are going to go over our goals. It's been a great year. We appreciate all the support from all the subscribers, all the people, all the other YouTubers watching. Thank you guys so much. You have made this an awesome year. But if you liked this video, if you liked our review, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And share it with a friend or two, because I think tomorrow's video is going to be very exciting. Goals, pretty ambitious.
And check out more of what we're doing on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
That's right. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone.